स्टूडेंट टाइप स्मार्ट काम करो, सब्सक्राइब के साथ साथ बेल आइकन भी दबाओ।
Hey guys, welcome to Manoeuvre. I'm Advocate Nisha Lotia and my today's video is about CMAT 2021 guys. Guys, in our previous video we have already discussed the syllabus in details, and therefore in my today's session I will discuss some questions of the past year papers which will help you immensely to boost up your strategy for the English section. Guys, now understand one thing why I have written over here that is CMAT is the passport to the future is because once अगर आपका CMAT में अच्छा स्कोर आ जाता है then there is no stopping, because आप आराम से एक अच्छे कॉलेज में जाओगे एंड आपका फ्यूचर सेट हो जाएगा. सो गाइज दिस 90 days, approximately these 90 days, please give 100% of yourself, follow a timetable religiously. It is कि आप दिन में पढ़ते हो या रात में पढ़ते हो, आप do any which ways and make sure that you are आपने जो भी आपने का पर्सनल टाइम टेबल बनाया है विच इज़ कवरिंग ऑल द सेक्शंस वो आप रिलीजियसली फॉलो कर ले. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू इंग्लिश इज़ वेरी वेरी ईजी, ओनली देर आर सम glitches which is you have to solve it, otherwise the paper is very easy and you can easily achieve your targets guys. So before getting started, let me tell you about the online lectures which Manoeuvre is offering during this pandemic, so you can sit right at your place, right at in your house and study the live lectures. We are online हम लोग के live lectures रहते हैं और आप आराम से समझ पाओगे हर एक कंसेप्ट को. it is a very interactive lecture. आपको अगर कोई भी डाउट होता है तो आप पूछ सकते हो और लेक्चर्स के बाद भी आप पूछ सकते हो. So for that online lectures guys, you can call us or WhatsApp us on 8828581455, or you can visit us at manoeuvre.edu.com, and the link has been mentioned in the description for the same guys. So before wasting any time, let us get started. Now today I'll be solving some few questions with you which has appeared in your last year examinations, past few papers से 2018 2019 में आया होगा ये questions. And this is the way जैसे comprehensions रहेंगे या phrasal verbs है, synonyms, antonyms है. I'm going to discuss everything with you. So here in this slide we will read the passage and the questions will follow. So read the following passage and answer the question that follows. The passage goes guys: Steve Jobs was an enigma. He was quirky. I would like to share a few little known facts about the man who pretty much changed the world with one small technological device. Steve Jobs liked to work barefoot even while in corporate environments and during million-dollar negotiations. He was vegan and often went on diets where he would only eat orange things. He was a Zen Buddhist and extensively traveled India during his youth. He was such a perfectionist that there was a period when he had no furniture in his house at all because he could not decide what to buy. Okay, so he was such a perfectionist. He used to read his favorite book of all the time every single year, that is Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramhans Yogananda. This man was not afraid to be himself, remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I have ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Okay. Jobs used to say, remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. Okay, so now over here these are the known facts. Okay, these are the facts of Steve Jobs, what the writer is trying to tell you. Steve Jobs himself was a very famous personality, correct, but these are the facts which nobody knew about him, and he was such a perfectionist. So there was a time in his life where he could not even buy a furniture. Why? Because he was not sure what to buy of, and every year he used to read the same books. So these are some things which is described about this person. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. No one wants to die. even people who wants to go to heaven do not want to die to get there, and yet death is the destination we all share. Now death is a, you know what this paragraph is trying to tell you, कि death तो होने ही वाला है, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, correct? But no, death is a fact, but nobody wants to die. Okay, no one has ever escaped it, and that is how it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It is life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. So these are the thoughts of Jobs, what the, you know, the narrator has given you. So now this was the passage, very easy passage. But the problem with CMAT, you know, paper setters are that the passage is very easy, but the types of questions they ask is a bit different. So you have to focus on the type of questions, okay? And you have to be a proficient reader, and you know, you have to understand the language properly. Then, as a, you know, reading comprehension is one of the most dominating topics, guys. So let's get with the first question for the day. Which of the following statement is true? So now guys, over here I would like to emphasize on one thing, that you have to understand what, देखो reading comprehension तो आप सबको पता रहता है कि एक passage आएगा and in that you have to answer the questions which are given below. But over here the main thing what you have to understand is the types of questions, okay, the types of questions which is, you know, which they ask for CMAT is basically which is not true, which is not false, या which is false, या which is true statement, या फिर, you know, they will ask you what is the central idea, and you know, there are very typical types of questions they ask you, so you have to understand that. Now which of the following statement is false? Steve Jobs had no furniture at his house because, now we have to find a false statement. So false statement तो एक तो वो हो सकता है जो, you know, which is not true, correct? Okay, which was not true as per the passage. Yes, something which is not mentioned in the passage. You have to make, you know, list about these things. जो यहाँ passage में mention ही नहीं है ना, वो भी आपका क्या हो जाएगा, false हो जाएगा. Okay, so be aware of that. Steve Jobs had no furniture at his house because he was a perfectionist. Okay, so this is the correct answer, because he was a perfectionist and he could not make a choice. So this is the answer, this is a correct answer, but what we want a false statement, guys. So this cannot be our correct answer choice. Okay, he wanted to buy the furniture. Now this is something, is a, you know what, it is a thing that is not mentioned in the passage. He could not decide what to buy. Okay, again this is a true statement. He had no money. Now this is what is the correct answer. Now there can be a close contest between he wanted to buy the perfect furniture and he had no money, but this cannot be the answer. Okay, because why, ऐसा कुछ आपका intention नहीं mention किया है उसमें, correct? So this cannot be the answer. The correct answer is that he had no money is an absolute false statement. Understand the question, guys, is an absolute false statement. So this is my correct answer choice. Do not get confused between 2 and 4. Okay, this is an absolute correct choice because it is a perfectly false statement as per the passage. Moving on to the next one. This passage tells us, okay, the 4 options are Steve Jobs' life story, Steve Jobs' business management skills, some not very well known facts, and very well known facts about the Steve Jobs. Now over here, Steve Jobs' life story, a small passage, this cannot be the Steve Jobs' life story. Okay, so this is not my answer choice. Steve Jobs' business management skill, अभी ऐसा अपन ने entire passage पढ़ा, it is talking about, you know, so many death and this and all, so it is not talking about the business management at all. So this is also not my answer choice. Some not very well known facts, you know, so I can keep this as my option. Okay, but before going on to the correct, you know, this option, I'll read the 4th one also. Very well known facts about Steve Jobs. Now the passage आपने first line में ही देखा, you know, opening statement ही बता रहा है कि the facts which are not very well known वो आपको mention करेंगे. So this is also not my answer choice. So it is very clear that you have to be very precise in your choice, you know, to make choice, and you have to be very clear about what the passage is trying to tell you. So you have to be precise and clear. So, you know, reading, jitna ho sake, guys, keep on reading. क्या मटेरियल पढ़ना है आपको. यू डोंट हैव टू रेफर टू अ सिंगल फिक्शन बुक बिकॉज उसमें एक ही टाइप का आपको स्टोरी मिलेगा. डू नॉट डू दिस मिस्टेक. यू नो आई हैव सीन सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स बोल रहे हैं हाँ मैम मैं ये नॉवल पढ़ रही हूँ, हाँ मैम मैं वो नॉवल पढ़ रहा हूँ. डू नॉट डू दैट. आई वॉन्ट यू गाइज टू रीड न्यूज़ पेपर्स एवरी डे, the first page and the editorial page. Why? Because you every day you will get a different story to read, every day you will get a different topic to read. So what will happen, आप हर एक एरिया कवर करोगे, so हर एक एरिया का आपका vocab भी कवर हो जाएगा. Okay guys, so this will take care about the entire language process. So guys, promise yourself the minute you're watching this video that this 90 days you're gonna make a timetable for yourself. You're gonna set your own timings, किस टाइम पे आपको पढ़ना है, क्या करना है. एंड एवरी डे आपका रीडिंग I want minimum 40 to 45 minutes of reading every day. ये तो मस्ट है बिफोर द एग्जामिनेशंस. ओके गाइज, सो 90 days एंड यू गोना सी. एक बार आप 15 days ना रेगुलरली पढ़ोगे, देन ऑन द 16th day यू विल सी कि आपका रीडिंग कितना इम्प्रूव हो गया, आपका स्पीड भी इम्प्रूव हो गया, आपका प्रोफिशिएंसी भी इम्प्रूव हो गया और आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग टूवर्ड्स द लैंग्वेज भी बहुत इम्प्रूव हो गया है. ओके गाइज, ऑन दिस नोट let us go on the third question for the day. The third question says, in the passage which one of the following is not true? So last question अपन ने देखा which was false, so and now it is not true means again you want a false one. So please understand the question type. Very important is to understand the question type guys. So which one of the following is not true? Death is the single best invention. Okay, this was something that was mentioned, so this is a true statement. Correct guys. Look for death. I doubt that something of this kind was mentioned, so I'll keep this in an option. No one escapes the death. Yes, this was something that was mentioned in the paragraph. This cannot be our correct answer choice. Death is the destination. Yes, this was also something that was mentioned in the passage. So look for the death is my correct answer, because this is the false statement, in the sense it is not my true statement. Rest all are my true statement as per the passage. So unlike our school days ka reading comprehension, during the comprehension of the entrance exams, it is very important that you understand each and every sentence mentioned, because the questions which is not true, which is not false, ye na aapka entire passage cover karega guys. Okay, so let's go on to the fourth question. Steve Jobs believed in altruism, perfectionism, materialism and normatism. Clearly mentioned in paragraph mein that he was a perfectionist. Because why? He couldn't even buy the furniture because he was not sure what to buy for. So altruism, he was not at all materialistic guys, so this is also not my correct answer, and he was not at all normatism. The word perfectionism is a perfect when you want to describe Steve Jobs. Going on to the fifth question. The passage is written in third person narrative, multiple person narrative, second person narrative, first person narrative. So now to answer this question, this is very important you understand what does the first person, second person, third person and the multiple person narrative means. Now guys, first person narrative means it is a mode of storytelling in which a storyteller, he recounts events from their own point of view. Okay, and he will use words like I, we, etc. Okay, so this is what the first person says. Now what does the second person narrative means guys? Second person means where the narrator tells the story to another character, he will tell the story to another character using the word you. Okay, maximum uska kya use hoga guys? You use hoga uska. Third person narrator wo hota hai guys, jo the narrative will use he. Okay, he. Okay, what he will do is he will say that any story told in grammatical third person, without using I or we, वो ना I or we use नहीं करेंगे. Okay, वो कैसे, how will they write it? They will write it he did that or they did something. Okay, so it will be more of he, they, that form of pronoun they will be using. Now multiple person narrative. What is a multiple person narrative? It applies to fiction which employs multiple narrators. Okay, who do not, you know, agree with each other's, you know, point of view, and they are basically arguing. Okay, so fiction में बहुत होता है ये use. Okay, this is more for the fiction type of a thing where there are lots of, you know, narrators. Okay, so in this the present story about Steve Jobs, it is used, the majority words are I, you know, I is used a lot, so it is the first person narrative. I hope this concept is clear. This is a new concept and it has been asked in 2019, so please you know, take a note of it, go into detail, understand what is the first person narrative, second person, third person, and the multiple person narrative. Because I told you in CMAT, you know, the passages are comparatively easy, but the questions which are posed are really very difficult, which makes the passage itself very difficult. So be careful while you know, opting your answer choice. Let's go on to the next type of question. The question says, from the options given below, choose the correct substitute for the underlined word. Okay, democracy is the people, is the is of the people, by the people, and for the people. However, a government run by a few persons is dangerous for a republic like India. However, a government run by few persons, okay, a government which is run by a few persons is dangerous. Now what it is called? Aristocracy, autocracy, oligarchy, or monarchy. So now the correct word is what, guys? Monarchy. When you're talking about, you know, few people, when you're talking about few people, it will always be monarchy. Am I clear about it? It cannot be aristocracy, it cannot be auto, it is not by its own, correct? Then it cannot be oligarchy also, it is monarchy. Going on to the next one, choose the correct part of words to fill in the blanks. The instructor asks the students to work dash. He given some, the given sum in the notebook and hand it, okay, and hand it to him for correction. Guys, over here you have to understand one thing. These are nothing but your phrasal verbs. These are nothing but your phrasal verbs, correct? So phrasal verbs is what? Verbs plus preposition. Verbs plus preposition. Now when with the same preposition, okay, just set off, okay, set in, set out, set down. Now when with the same set of preposition verbs, when you are adding different prepositions, the entire meaning changes. Set off means what? To you know, अपन well, let's set off, you know, मतलब आप कुछ आपका, you know, adjustment करते हो, that is set off. Set in, the sun has just set in. Set out, okay, so he is just set out for his trip. Set down is again, you know, settle down. So these with the same kind of, you know, your verbs, when you are adding different prepositions, that is called as phrasal verbs. Very easy when you understand the concept, and very scoring. Imagine अगर इसके आपका करेक्ट होता है इतना छोटा सा स्टेटमेंट, and you get directly 4 marks in your examinations, guys. So the instructor asks the students to work dash the given sum in the notebook and hand it dash to him for correction. Now over here, out, away, on, over, out, over, or away, in. Now यहाँ पे आपको work, you know, when it is always, you know, work, it is always almost work out, okay, work out होता है. The instructor asks the students to work out the given sum in the notebook and hand it over to him for correction. It cannot be handed away, okay, it cannot be handed away. So over here the third one is my correct answer choice. So guys, the topics such as one word for, the topics such as phrasal verbs, topics such as parajumbles, ये सारे बहुत ही important है when it comes to topics like is antonyms, synonyms. So now these antonyms and synonyms, इसके लिए तो, you know, आपको newspaper बहुत ही helpful और बहुत ही आपका handy रहेगा, guys. Okay, so these are some of the topics which you cannot neglect, okay, besides your reading comprehension, guys. Going on to the next one, choose the word that is closest to, in meaning to the word. In the sense, we need a synonym. We need a synonym for the word. The word is abridge. The word is abridge. Now the given options are understand, shorten, join, or to fill the gap. Now when you are using the word abridge, abridge means what, एक bridge हुआ है whereby आपका क्या होगा, distance short होगा या to fill the gap होगा. So the word understand is not setting in, the word join भी नहीं होगा, या it is shorten या it is to fill the gap. The correct choice is shorten. Remember, whenever there is an MCQ, there are always chances that you get stuck up between the two words, because rest two तो आपका आराम से eliminate हो जाएगा. There will be always confusion in the last two, so always make a correct answer choice. Think properly and answer your options. Now the next thing is choose the correct word that is opposite, means you want an antonym for the same word, okay, in meaning to the word. The word is specify. Now before going on to antonym, it is very important that you know the meaning of the word. The specify means nothing but to calm down, guys, okay, to calm down. अगर कोई बहुत गुस्से में आता आप उसको शांत करोगे, that is called to pacify him. Now what can be the opposite? Opposite can be to encourage, to aggravate, to discourage, or to slow down. Now slow down is kind of meaning of it. Discourage is something that is negative, correct? Encourage is also something which will not set as I want to an opposite of pacify. The word aggravate, because why? The word aggravate means nothing but to make things worse, to make things worse, okay. So calm down का opposite क्या होगा? To make worse, okay. So this is the exact opposite meaning. So whenever you want to solve an antonym, it is always advisable कि आप पहले उसका synonym अच्छे से समझ के करो. So guys, during this pandemic, Manoeuvre can help you by providing books, mock test which are the replicas of your D-Day, guys. You cannot attempt any of the entrance exam without appearing the mock test for the same. Apply आप mock test attempt करो, उसको analyze करो. This is very important and crucial part of your preparations, guys. We have the sectional course also, guys, and we have the full course also, okay, and we have the live lectures which will be starting very shortly for the CMAT 2021, guys. For the online program, guys, you can call us on 8828581455, or you can visit us at manoeuvre.edu.com, guys. And for the classroom preparations, actually we were located at BORIVALI, DADAR and VASAI. But guys, we are right now not operating from any of our centers. We are just online, guys, and very shortly we are coming to Pune also. So guys, stay home, stay safe, and for that please join our online lectures so you don't need to go out anywhere. And all the best and prepare well. Thank you.